Hi, we are here in the Annecy International Festival with Jose Iniesta and Cristian Bermejo for Pixelat in the stand from Mexico. Hi, guys.
Hello.
What's up?
It's your sixth year here in Annecy, right?
Yes, we have a festival in Mexico and we've been promoting the animation there for 6 years. We've been here 6 years, but it's the fourth time that we have a booth. For 4 years straight, we have a booth and it's growing every year. And more people are coming as well from Mexico. I mean, in the beginning, we were like 3 or 4, and now we are 25 Mexicans invading France.
Okay, and what do you expect in this edition in Annecy?
Well, we hope that we can have some. Well, first of all, we can have a great time, but also people can start learning about what is happening in Mexico and in Latin America in general. I think, as Jose mentioned, the Mexican delegation had always been maybe a couple of people, and it's the first time that there are a lot of us here. So hopefully what will happen is that people will start turning to Mexico and to Latin America to see all the exciting things we have, because we have shorts in competition, we have a feature film, we have a project in pitches, we have the booth. So there are like a lot of different things happening, and I think the people that are here are very representative of what is happening in Mexico. Also, it's a very exciting time for us there. There are studios coming up from all the cities, from not just Mexico City, from all the cities all around Mexico. People doing video games, people doing animation, 3D, 2D, stop motion. It's a really diverse country, and Annecy is a really diverse city and place to be.
Okay, thank you, guys, and thank you for the beer.
Jalum, how many years the government from Thailand are attending this festival?
This is our 6 years, 6 years, and we have in average eight to 10 exhibitors, companies, animation companies, producers, distributors coming. Well, it's a small span, but we are small and smart, like just like España, because you could see there's a huge delegation from China, but it's difficult. But it's a huge market that we have to contribute to work with this market. But I think it's very complicated to work with a market where you don't have free access to internet and so on. So that's why we are here. So we are flexible in terms of organization, and with international co-production, our producers, I mean your Taiwanese partners, will have rights entitled to have subsidies and incentives, and so it's very interesting. And we could also have exchange from different both sides of universities for animation, future animation directors or students.
As everybody can see, China's the animation Chinese industry is growing up. Your feeling is the same? Is you just
Sure.
yeah?
We are on the first line. I mean that we are so close to China. We're on the first line. I think it's very good. I think it's really beneficial for the whole world that we could do something. I mean, the storytelling is different. We're doing. I mean, China was certainly doing better the Chinese or Asian Oriental mythology than the panda or Chinese story, but made in Hollywood. So I think it's very interesting to have all this panel, and that I think is beneficial for the rest of the world. And we are there. I mean, it's very interesting. I mean, to work in this case with Taiwan to have really, I think to facilitate access to this market, and we still remain independent because, well, Chinese market is huge, but it's really we could say it's relatively by itself. It's different play rules and so on. So I think that we need to go to that market, especially for European, because European producers animation need to develop a bigger market to export the Spanish European talent. Yes, right. And I think that's a big contribution, because in going to that market, you make that market move up to a better level, a more creative, more talented. That's why we are here. We are kind of interface to connect this market, Asia market, China market, with the rest of the world. Because to organize the pipeline and to have people that could understand the culture and to facilitate the access. And I really think it's you cannot pretend this market is not the future. This is the future. And I don't think it's more difficult to get access to that market than to the U.S. market. For all European talents. So this is really a new market to develop, and I think we could be your partner.
I guess that the same happened in Europe. There are many educational centers, universities,
Yes.
focused into to improve to learn this job, the animation lighters, etc.
Because now animation is everywhere. Even in classic feature films, there are animations. And China has a very strong politic for the future years to develop artificial intelligence, which animation have a great part. And that this generation, the young generation, this is I think there are a lot of to do, and I think that Taiwanese students will be very happy to work with Spanish talents, and we could imagine to have students in the interns to have short period experience in animation company studio, and in both sides. Vice versa. And this kind of talent investment are really to develop future co-production and to have better access to both sides.
Okay, Jalom, just for finish, thanks for so much for your time. Today is your second day in Annecy, Mifa. What are you expecting after
The first day?
this is? Yeah.
I think the weather is perfect. Today is just perfect. Yesterday was a little bit too hot, and I think that and you are the surprise for the day, because I'm not expecting to be interviewed by Spanish television. So you make my day.
Okay, thanks so much for your time, Jalom. I hope you get all success in
We are
your
here to
country.
make things happen. So, thank you.
Bye bye.